Hello. Let's see here. I don't know, guys. Let's see. Fix. Of course, I did fix something. Okay. Uh, okay. So, guys, hi everybody. This is, I realize I don't think I've ever done this, at least on a kind of a public level, and uh, and so I just was like, if I had written to people in my Patreon group that I was going to do a reading tonight. That I am still am going to do a reading tonight. Um, but I wanted, before I do some sort of reading, and this is just for the private stuff, but I really wanted to do a kind of a healing kind of session, okay? Because for some reason it just feels, I don't know, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it just feels really off, like awful. Obviously it's awful, the news about him and his daughter Gianna. But it feels like I don't know if this is it just, and I haven't really spoken to anyone. It just feels to me like yet another blow. Okay, like, right? I don't know if you feel this way, and I said I was not. I haven't started technically yet, but I'm seeing your comments, right? It just, it feels wrong, right? Don't you think it's like connecting to everything else that has already happened? It feels like we don't need this, okay? We don't need this. Like, really, really, like, really. So it's more like, and I have this little music, background music, just because it helps. So it just feels like, right, it just feels like, why? Like, and I know God his motives. Everybody has a time, God know, you know what I mean? Everybody has a time, and we can't choose, necessarily. But it feels like, I've seen people say, oh, he was like this, he did that and that, and I'm not, this is not this is not the time to, this is not the point. The point is that he was a very I think generally very positive figure, and such a talented person that brought so much um joy to people, just put it this way. And I'm not, guys, to be very honest, it's not like I even know very much about basketball these days. When I was younger, I watched more, but I know him, like, he's not just because he's famous, but it's because he was like almost like larger than life, you know he was larger than life. And so it's just, it doesn't seem like, and I know, like I said, it's not that we want to, it's not about, can you imagine being the family? It's not even like we're, it's not that the stuff, the stuff that we might feel compares to the loved ones, right? But I still, guys, even though I still want to comprehend, you know I would still like to comprehend why. Why. And I'd like to understand everything that's going on. You know what I mean? And it's not, like I said, it's not necessarily a reading, like, okay, that I'm gonna, oh, what I just have, but I'm gonna ask questions just related to this, and how I'm feeling it, guys. You probably, if I'm feeling, I feel like, I feel, I'm sensitive or whatever, right? So I'm sure that I'm not the only one who feels it, right? And so that is why I'm on. Okay. So let me just see for 1 second. I'm getting ready, and if you don't mind, because like I said, guys, it's not. First of all, I'm not even ready to do like a live video, and it's also not the purpose, not the circumstance. You know. Yes, his daughter, 13 years old. And guys, I tried to put it, on the image. Let me see if I could do this, because I have so many other things here on my, it shows when I do it. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so share screen. Okay, so uh, okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can, how I can share this. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to. Okay. So just 1 second here. Okay. So so anyway, guys. So this is it. Okay. So let me just still I need my little pillow. 1 second. I my another pillow here. Where is it? Where art thou? This way. 1 second. I had it just now. 1 second. Oh, here it is. I was sitting on it. Okay. So okay. So I'm gonna read. Okay. Okay, just before I get started, guys, okay, just answering questions. I don't have moderators, right? I moderate the the private live streams. When I do the public, I also, but now I'm not going to be moderating anything because I can't both look at the comments and also do this. Okay, so I'm going to just if you see shady comments, don't bother. Okay, just don't bother. Okay. Don't bother with whatever shady comments. Don't reply to them. You know, they're if when people post stuff like that, yeah. Yeah. So but still trolls exist on pictures. Okay, so like I said, please don't make it about like I don't want to get into a discussion. Okay, just because I need to focus. Okay. So and this is just so you know, guys, this is on YouTube, public on YouTube, because I wanted to make it public to anybody who wanted to join. That was the purpose. Okay. So so anyway, so I'm gonna get started. I have everything here. Yeah, I have it all. Okay. And can you hear there's a little bit of music in the background? I think you can probably hear. I don't know. I'll just see. I don't know if you can. Okay, so okay, let me know. Do you hear it? I just need one yes. If you hear, do you hear any background music? No. Okay. So that means it's not working. 1 second. Okay, so share advanced. Oh, that's right here. Do you hear now? Probably now you hear. Sorry, one more thing. Go back. I like the display of that. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So now I'm not, like I said, I am not going to look at I'm close my eyes now. I'm not going to be looking at comments. And like I said, if you see anybody trolling or something, just ignore it and I will look at it later. Okay. So, okay. So first I'm going to start with the usual that I start with the videos. I'd like to ask for protection. A beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I project light outward. I project light outward. Create a circle. Create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected and connected. And I ask the information come only from the highest sources and that I create the good and only the good. And I ask that we all connect, all of us, with positive thoughts and energy. All of us asking for answers about this complicated moment we're living, and dealing with the complex emotions of dealing with the news of the passing of Kobe Bryant, the basketball legend, and his daughter Gianna, who was 13 years old. Dealing with so much change and so much instability, it feels even harder to deal with the news. I don't think I am alone when I speak of this. It feels like a blow to us. But I would like to ask God and the universe and spirits to speak to us and help us understand this moment we're living. First, I'd like to ask all of us on this call to send energy coming from either the center of your hands or your third eye as you project light, loving light forward to the soul of Kobe, Gianna, and his family, and all of us who knew him as an image, as a part, as a collective part of the world that we all know. So, guys, I thought I was silent. I was crying a little, um, because there's something about it. This loss feels so there's something about it that just feels that it touches us, I think, in many levels. And um and I just want to say, guys, as I was seeing it, as I was seeing the projecting the light, I saw that it's almost like he is he's surrounded by light, of course, and it looks like he's, kind of like, imagine if he and his daughter are like above looking at when you fly, when you're in the airplane and you see the city looks so small. That's kind of how it feels like they're above and they're so big, and there's so much light around them, and they they know that we're all feeling the loss, and in a strange way, at least it's strange to us. They're like, wow, she's saying, the daughter is saying, Daddy, why is everybody crying? We're in heaven now. Because they embraced by love, and it feels so nice over there in heaven. And they can't understand why it hurts for us. So So yeah, so anyway, guys, so like I was saying, they're like over there in heaven, and they're looking at, they could see that there's all these people, like millions of people mourning the loss, but when they cross over to heaven, they don't feel it. They don't feel what we feel. We feel the loss, but they just feel complete love. And and they and I see her, I'm telling her that was just a dream. Life is just a dream. You know what I mean? So 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 in a good way. You know what I mean? Like in the sense that we go to spread the light, when we come to this earth. So so this is what everybody should remember, that the joy that he brought to us through his God-given talents is the light of God, and it's that light is always around us and is always available. And I think, guys, that I'm also understanding here the reason why we all feel it now, especially, and why it hurts so much. It's because it's something collective. Like when you think of him, you feel like that's something that we can all connect around, right? It Regardless of whatever team you rooted for, that's something that everybody remembers. Even I don't follow basketball necessarily, okay? So so he's there, I'm understanding here the reason why we feel the loss is that we feel as though something collective was lost beyond the joy of his talents, okay? And so and so this is why it feels as though the stuff that we care about, and if we consider the darkness of this current political moment, it seems as though they're trying to erase the not only civil rights but cultural memory. I'm not saying that, of course not, that anything has anything to do with politics, but when put into the current context, it feels bigger. It feels as though there is so much, right? It's not just that we lost this sports figure, is that in the world where it feels as though, and I hope I'm not, we're not speaking on being just so many African American voices are constantly attacked, and we see a government that is deliberately anti civil rights. To lose someone like Kobe, it feels as though you're also losing another voice. Okay, so anyways, so that's, what I mean. It just, to me, this, it adds to this, like the joyous moments of watching him or knowing about him, or right. So anyways, so this is like there. Okay, so okay, God, so spirits, please tell us. I'd like to invite you to speak through me, the highest spirits, and tell us how do we go through this? How do we understand this moment? Well, of course, you're going to feel that this was a major, major loss, because it was a major loss, especially because it had a collective element. If you speak to anyone on the street, they will know who this person is. They will remember their youth, they will remember fun times, they will remember all that he brought to us, the idea of possibility, of talent, of fairness, of true gamesmanship. He was all of this to us. He was our collective memories. And right now, it feels as though this is what is really under attack. And a loss as large as this one feels especially significant. The first thing you have to remember is that his daughter and Kobe himself, they are in heaven, and they are surrounded by the most loving energy possible that you can't even imagine. They are safe. and so are I see all the other people too. We don't know their names yet, but they were in the crash too, so they're together there. And you have to remember that they are safe, and the families are suffering, of course, and the dear close ones are suffering, and we can send them positive energy, but it's not going to, of course, erase the feeling of grief that comes with such an event. But if anything, what this does to all of us is it reminds us that we have a collective memory and that we have a means to connect to one another that goes far beyond insults and manipulation connected to politics. And that he represented not just something incredibly positive and earning his stature in the world because he deserved it, but also he it's almost like a connecting figure to all of us. Okay, so everybody knows who he was, and who he still is. His soul is, his image, his legacy is always with us. So how can we deal though with this, the feeling that it seems like unfair? Why does it feel so unfair? Well, it feels unfair because it feels like an added blow to the narrative you perceive of this government attacking civil rights, attacking people of color, attacking the collective memory that was made by people of color also. It just feels like a loss. There's no other way to put it, okay? So what is the best way to deal with how can we deal with this? Saying be thankful for the collective memory. Be thankful for all the connections that the memory of Kobe has brought to us, right? Thank all of the joyful moments that he gave us and the awakening that this difficult moment has brought to us, and that the emotions that we feel right this moment are so genuine because our connections are genuine. No one can take that away from us. No president, no political manipulation, and no social media manipulation can take that away from us. The power of connection is so real. We need to realize more of that. We need to realize and focus on the things, the positive things that we have in common. And we need to sit with that feeling and feel that this giant moment of grief, this collective moment of grief, is an opportunity for us to understand how connected we truly are and how much love has connected us, and how Kobe acted as, um, I guess a transmitter of love, right? We connected for this admiration or love for this figure. As genius and as imperfect as it may have been, this was the experience that we all understood. So how can we bring this emotion and this experience forward? How can we, I know it's going to be a difficult week, or so many challenging events, right? How can we feel it and not let us, I was crying, not be, how could we not be sad about it? Well, not to say that we can't be sad, it's a natural response, but how can we see this in a way that is going to help us? Um, well, you have to celebrate what he means and what he meant, and celebrate the reasons why you're sad, just as when you lose somebody that you know and that you care about, you were saddened. The same way, celebrating what he represented, celebrating that this spirit and the light that he brought, it made us sad, not because of his quote unquote person, right? In the sense that not just because of him or who he was, but because he was, he represented something universal, something God given, and something that therefore is eternal and it will always happen. In other words, he showed us that this connection, that the joy that we felt about what he represented is real and it continues to be real, even when his physical body is no longer with us. That no one can take away from. And that is where that's where we want to sit, right? That's what we want to take from this, is that this happened through him, with him, and it continues to happen. The feelings of joy, the feelings of connection, of collective memory, of positive influence, these things cannot be taken away. They will remain with us. And what happened through his passing is that he was like a flicker. The light flickered and reminded us. It's a reminder that all these things, they remain, even when his physical body is gone and that of his daughter, Gianna. They are in heaven. They are with God. And we're here and we can carry whatever God we choose. We can carry the highest and the best expression of the light, and that no one can take away from us. So as we're here in this live audio, and to whoever may be listening to it later on, I just want to say, just want to have us all collectively, quote unquote, hold our hands together and focus on the light and this powerful reminder through his light and that of his daughter, of the love that exists in all of us, and how much higher it is, and how much more important it is, and how much more it vibrates than the dark energy that they seek to distract us with. And that as we go through this process of discovery, this process of truth emerging, we remember that the light and truth are so much brighter and so much more powerful than that of the lowest creatures. Okay. So interesting, I didn't stop music, but it stopped alone. So it was long, guys. I didn't realize, huh? It was long. I'll close eyes here. Wait, really? Oh my God, really? What? Half an hour? Are you serious? I thought it was like 10 minutes. Wow. Oh my God. So, so anyway, guys, so I also want to say, okay, so continue here a little bit. Like I say, we're all connected, and as we connect to each other and the with the highest and the most noble of intentions, all we have to focus on is to focus on the light and the truth that love is real, that love is this energy that connects all of us regardless of what the events might be. And that is what this reminds us of. And so as we go through our week and observe these sickening events on television about Cirolini, we remember that there is a much higher plane that we can also focus on, which is that of love. And that is something to focus on when we get upset, when we watch these things going on in the news, when we reach out to congressmen and women, when we express our frustration that justice is not yet done. We should also take some time to stay in the almost take the I've said this before to many of us, to many of you and to all of us, that we should also take the time to be silent and to rest in love so that we can strengthen ourselves again when it all feels like, you know, like it's difficult, like we can't deal with it. So I also at this moment, I'd like to take us our energy, collective energy, to focus on every single person who is suffering right now, maybe in the group. I know some of you have lost children, loved ones, and just that we could send them love and healing, and that this enormous bright light may be of use to every single person who needs it, because the source cannot be extinguished ever. So that as we hold this light between our hands, that we may offer it as a cup to anyone who may need it, and that this love may be healing to all of us who may need it. And that as we help one person heal, we also heal ourselves. And that when we feel that we need healing, the best way to heal ourselves is to offer healing to others, even in thought. And from this perspective, from the higher level, the big picture perspective, we can see that all the political events that are propped up by lies are so small. It's as if those lying people were little ants, but we can see through them. And even though we feel hatred and we feel anger and we feel all those things, we might consider also from this much higher place to send them a ray, like almost like if we were giants and we sent them these enormous rays of light, because that will quickly destroy hate that it destroy lies they have for us. And that we have to remember that love is always so much more powerful than darkness. Light is always so much more powerful, always. And when we use this light, the power of this light in our quiet moment, to send it to the thing that makes us the angriest, this light will destroy the darkness and truth will emerge no matter what. Because no one, no human person has the ability to obscure the light. The light is the strongest and the most consistent form of energy and life that we know. So when we watch television and we get angry and we look at Chirolini and his shady crew of criminals, we remember that when we connect to the loving light, we are so much stronger, and that this crew of liars and schemers, if whenever they stand by lies and scheming, and whenever they act like false prophets, they are bound to fail, and they will fail because darkness never lasts. Light always overcomes darkness. So, so, so thank you, and thanks everybody. No, I almost So okay, so just a lot. I have a question, a last question. Okay, so as we go through the week, and it may be a difficult week, okay, how do we deal with this? When when we see other trash people, like when we see the events, and then we juxtapose this to right to all of this. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, how do we deal with this? It's showing me an image of the finger, kind of like when you see a piece of lint like on your clothing, just do that. It's just like lint has a mouth on it. So okay, so but seriously, how do we deal with this? Just imagine that everybody that just as you feel it with Kobe's passing, that there's millions, even billions of people feeling this loss possibly, or at least many dozens of millions of people. Imagine this enormous loving energy connected. It's a wave that could topple all the darkness in the world. And that's what you're part of. You're part of this beautiful wave of love that is, and the light, and this wave of light and love. And this light and love could topple anything. And that is undeniable. That has always been. Okay. So, so yeah. And also, guys, now that I've sent energy to everybody who needs it, like I said, like a cup of love that we could share with one another, even in thought. Okay. Would also like to send energy to everybody suffering and fighting the darkness, the dark people. Let's also send a lot of power and energy to Adam Schiff and everybody fighting for truth in Congress. Okay, and everybody who is doing their job, regardless of the hardships, regardless of the threats, regardless of the hate that is thrown at them, that they may feel this power that comes from love, that they may feel the power that comes from the energy that everybody is sending to them. And may we also, and guys, that's not to say again that I'm like Pollyanna or something, that everything is not that I want to be unrealistic, but I want to also send this energy of love to all the senators who are who are, um, who may be stuck in this, in the moment of uh, of darkness. Okay, that the light may enter into it, and that they may see the light and the love, and that they may choose to do the right thing no matter what. Okay, so, and that even though the liars allowed like whopping little dogs, the energy of love and the God's energy and the energy of Jesus, and whichever God we worship, is so much brighter and so much stronger. And that together in this energy, we could accomplish anything. And that when we engage and respond to provocations of hate and attacks, we're lowering ourselves to the whapping dog mentality that is the nature of these people. And that we may remember when we are provoked and when we feel these emotions, that we are coming from a much higher place. And in this much higher place, truth is the law. And that truth shall be the law of the land from now on. And that when we hear the whopping dogs bark, we remember that we are so much bigger and that this too shall pass. Wait, so what happened? Oh my God, something here about Jerry Nadler. Oh my God, I didn't know. Let's see here. Oh my God, one. Okay, let's see here. Oh my God, what? Oh, his wife has cancer. Okay, so let's send. Okay, so let's send light to Jerry and his wife, and strength that she may be healed, that any and all unhealthy cells are removed immediately from her body. That collectively we send an enormous ball of light with very, very high vibrations. And these vibrations melt away the energy of cancer. That this beautiful bright light of energy weaken the cellular structure of these cells that reproduce in darkness. And this beautiful hurricane of light may wash away any and all tissue that is growing to promote anything unhealthy. That in Mrs. Naylor's body right now, the healing light wash away any and all disease. That she's in pure, perfect health right now. And we put all our energies into healing her. Okay. Mhm. You're gonna go. You go, cause I see it. I see, guys, the thing inside. Okay, we're gonna go. You go, girl. You're out. Get out. Get out. No. See you later. No, we don't need you. You don't need you. Only light. Okay. Time to go away through the urine. Go away. Just die away. Only light belongs here. Okay. Mrs. Naylor only needs light. Okay. So anything that is not here, that is not healthy, may take place, may leave our body. Because in the light, anything and everything is possible. That no attack and no whopping dog hatred may affect the light that envelops Mrs. Nadler and also Mr. Nadler, that he may find strength and may find a direct connection with God at this moment. Okay. So, guys, this was powerful, you know. Wow, I like it. I like it. Wow, oh my God, I'm very, guys, I feel it. I'm like, can you believe it's been an hour? Can you believe it? An hour. Yeah. So guys, just remember when you feel it, you know what I mean? Kobe and Jenna, they are in heaven. God is so embracing them in every sense and every way. Okay. Okay. So just so you know, guys, I feel it. I feel renewed. You know what it is? I realize it's like it's so much easier to do in some ways to like look at all the questions, but I feel healing. I really do. Because as I was saying, that I'm remembering some of the things I said, that when you heal others, you heal yourself. I feel it. I feel like I should do it at least like once a week. You know what I mean? Because all of us, there's so many of us too that are going through things. Okay. You know, right. So I think it's helpful. You know what I mean? I think um, I don't know if I do the best I can. I can't always be available, but if I can, you know what I mean? I feel like we need it. It's important. I feel it. I feel it. That we may find strength through this, those moments. Okay, and that we may choose always the highest light, in the difficult time, right? And that at the moment, I think, guys, this moment where the false prophets, they take over, they try to provoke us into going to the lowest whapping dog level that they are. Okay, a little like, not, I love dogs, by the way, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like they little like like hyenas, let's say hyena, like a hyenas, that's what they are, hyenas. Okay. um that those hyenas, that they may feel, but I'm like, even hyenas are better, but you see what I'm saying, that we can come to that place of the highest because they want us. Okay. you know And yeah. So what's, guys, just I know I said Pompeo, just a quick question about Rainho. Okay, can I tell you? Can I tell you just today, now that I feel completely healed, I can be a little upset. So can I tell you, like, today he used scripture. Guys, I'm not particularly, just so you know, I'm not even particularly religious myself. Okay, but I have to tell you, can I tell you? Can I tell you? He said it. Okay, he said it. Unreal. Okay, unreal. And so what's going on with that gentleman? And I see, guys, that he's holding on to darkness. He's very disciplined person. He's saying that he's trying really hard to believe that the darkness can become the light, but it's no. He's trying hard, but eventually he's gonna, is gonna fall apart, because that is not God's, that's not God's choice, and he knows it. He should know, you know That's it. But don't be, it's saying like stand with God. Think about how does God see this? Is God angry? No, God is like, I see you. I see you. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? So let me just see if I can find it here. Okay, so I don't know if did I even take a picture? Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's see here if I have it. I think I know what I did about it. Hold on a second. So to see because it was so crazy and also so oh look, it was like from his official account. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. Proverbs 10:18. Oh yeah. I'm glad that he may go to him, that he may all of the strength that he put into this, posting this, that he may taste it himself. Okay, whoever conceals hatred with lying lips is a fool. And that he may recognize the right path because he has to face law, face truth. You know. So anyway, guys, so this is it. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to go, but it was very nice to have a conversations. Okay, just now healing conversations was an interesting event. Okay, okay, guys. So I'm gonna go. So have a good remainder of the evening, and have a good week. I will be in touch. In touch. Okay. All right. So God bless everybody. Okay, and thanks for listening. And bless again, Kobe and Gianna and Mr. Nadler and Mrs. Nadler. Okay. All right. So see you soon.